Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Biotech NEET Academy. So in this session we are going to see the animal kingdom, right? So first of all we have to understand what are animals, right? First of all we have to understand what are animals. So then these animals are classified into many groups. Okay, they are called phyla. Let us try to understand one by one. Okay, first let's see the animals. What are animals? Animals are multicellular heterotrophic organisms, right? Animals are what? Multicellular heterotrophic organisms. Multicellular means they are made up of many cells, and heterotrophic means they depend on other organisms. They cannot prepare their own food, so that is why they depend on other organisms for their food, so that they are called heterotrophic organisms, right? Without cell wall, there is no cell wall, you know already. So plant cells, generally plant cells they have cell wall, right? Plant cells, what they have? Cell wall. But animal cells they don't have cell wall, right? And chlorophyll also absent in the animal cells. So animals are multicellular organisms. Animals are heterotrophic organisms. Without cell wall and chlorophyll, they are made up of. Cell wall is absent in the animal cells, and chlorophyll is also absent in the animal cells. So that is why they, due to the lack of chlorophyll, right? Due to the lack of chlorophyll, due to the absence of chlorophyll, what happened? They cannot prepare their own food. So that is why they are depending on other organisms. That is why they are called what? They are called heterotrophic organisms. Okay, right. So now we have just now we have understood that animals are multicellular organisms, heterotrophic organisms, and without cell wall and chlorophyll, right? So now let's try to understand. So these, all these animals together called what? Kingdom, animal kingdom. Okay, so this kingdom is divided into, this kingdom is divided into 11 major phyla. Look at this here. 1 minute. Okay, right, look at this. Okay, 11 major phyla of kingdom Animalia, right? So Porifera, first one is the Porifera, and next one is the Nidaria, third one is the Ctenophora, fourth one is the Platyhelminthes, fifth one is the Aschelminthes, and sixth one is the Annelida, seventh one is the Arthropoda, eighth one is the Mollusca, Echinodermata, then Hemichordata and Chordata, right? Based on their complexity, okay, all these animals are classified into 7 major phyla. So based on their complexity, here all these phyla are arranged. Phyla is the plural word. Okay, phyla is the plural word. Phylum is the singular, right? So one let us see how these phyla, how the kingdom Animalia is divided, classified into, so 11 major phyla. Let us try to understand. Okay, basis of classification. On what basis all these animals are classified, right? First we have to understand on what basis they are classified. Okay, see, first one is the levels of organization, second one is what? Body symmetry, third one is the germinal layers, fourth one is the coelom, fifth one is the metamerism, sixth one is the notochord. Okay, these are the based on these characteristics, these are the properties, these based on these characteristics. So all these animals are classified into several phyla, right? So just now we have seen 11 phyla are there, right? First let us try to understand levels of organization. What is levels of organization? Here look at this. Based on the levels of organization, animals are classified. Okay, this is the first one. So in this, first one is the cellular level organization, and tissue level organization, organ level organization, organ system level organization. Means some animals are made up of what? Only cells. Some animals are made up of only cells, and some animals are made up of tissues. Okay, some animals they are made up of tissues, means in their body tissues are there. In some animals body only cells are there. Okay, no, tissues are absent in some animals body. So in some animals body tissues are there. In some animals body what are there? Organs are there. And in some organisms body organ systems are developed. So based on all these levels of organization, means they are made up of cells, whether they are made up of cells, whether they are made up of tissues or organs or organ systems. So we have classified the organisms into several phyla. This is the first basis of classification. Okay, this is the first basis of classification. What it is? Levels of organization. Based on the levels of organization, we have classified the organisms. Based on the levels of organization, we have classified the organisms. So in these, animals are grouped into 4 levels. Okay, how many levels? 4 levels. First one is the cellular level, second one is the tissue level, third one is the organ level, fourth one is the organ system level. So what is cellular level? Cellular level means they are made up of only cells. These organisms, okay, made up of only cells. Some organisms only made up of, means they show only tissues in their body. Some organisms they show only organs in their body. Some organisms they show only organs and organ systems in their body. Based on these, so we have classified the animals. So this is the basis of classification, levels of organization. First one is the levels of organization. Okay, just now I said, so organisms they show only, they are made up of only cells, right? Look at this. Cells are arranged as loose cell aggregates. Example what? Porifera. Okay, which phylum? Porifera. So this group of animals, this phylum animals body only made up of what beta? They are made up of only cells. Okay, they do not show any tissues. Only cells are there. Only cells are there. And next one is a tissue level organization. Cells are arranged into tissues. So cells are arranged into what? Cells are arranged into tissues, means cells are similar, cells are grouped and they perform the similar functions. So like that they form tissues. And in some animals body we can observe such type of tissue. So what are they? They are the cnidarians and ctenophores. Okay, here first one is the cellular level of organization. First one is what? Cellular level of organization, means these organisms are made up of only cells. Example porifera. So next tissue level of organization, these animals body, in these animals body cells are arranged into what? Tissues. So they are what? Cnidarians and ctenophores. Okay, so next third one is the organ level of organization. Third one is what? Organ level of organization. Tissues are arranged into organs. Now what happened? Complexity is increasing. Observe, first one is the cell level, then come to the next one tissue level, then complexity is increasing, organ level of organization, right? Tissues are arranged into what? Tissues are arranged into organs. Where we can observe such type of organization? In higher animals we can observe platyhelminthes to chordata phyla. Up to platyhelminthes to chordata phyla we can observe what kind of organization? Organ level of organization. Okay, so I hope you are getting right. Next one is the fourth level of organization is the organ system level of organization. Here organs are associated to organ systems. Each system performs a physiological function. Example higher animals. Okay, just now I said organ level of organization, right? So these organs are organized into form what? Organs are organized into form organ systems. So this we can observe in the higher animals. Okay, so from where? From the platyhelminthes to chordata is there na? In these animals also we can observe organ system and organ level and organ system level of organization. Okay, I hope you are getting. Next, in the basis of classification, okay, levels of organization we are studying, right? So here again organ systems of different systems. Okay, organ systems of different systems, animals show complexity. Okay, organ systems of different systems, different animals show complexities. Here this word, wrong word came here beta. Okay, this is not the system. Organ systems of different animals show complexities. Okay, one is a digestive system. So look at this system, digestive system. Again we can observe the Two types. Okay, what are they? One is the incomplete digestive system and another one is what? Complete digestive system. In the incomplete, what is incomplete digestive system? Here in the incomplete digestive system, it has only a single opening that act as a mouth and anus. Okay, look at this. This animal, see here, one animal is there, right? So one animal is there. So what is this? This is the hydra. Okay, look at this animal. Only you can observe mouth part here. Okay, look at this mouth part. You can observe there is no anus in this animal. Okay, if it has only what? It has only single opening. It has only single opening in its body. So mouth only acts like a mouth only acts like what? Mouth only acts like a mouth only acts like a, sorry, yeah, mouth only acts like a anus, right? So like this, only single opening is there. Example what? Nidaria and Platyhelminthes. So this comes under what? Nidaria, right? This hydra comes under what? Nidaria phylum. Next come to the another one, complete digestive system. Here it has two openings. How many openings are there? Two openings are there. One is a mouth is there and anus is there. Look at this diagram. Here mouth is there and here at the end anus is there. Yes or no? So digestive system has how many openings? Two openings it has. One is a mouth and another one is the anus. If any organism it consists, okay, it contains only single opening, so it has a incomplete digestive system. Okay, if it has two openings, one is a mouth and another one is the anus, then it is called what? Then it is called a complete digestive system. What are the examples for complete digestive system? So complete digestive system example, roundworm. From the roundworm to, you can see from the roundworm to up to the chordata level, you can observe the complete digestive system. Okay, so come to the next slide. Basis of classification, levels of organization we are studying. In this, now we are going to observe the circulatory system, right? Circulatory system is two types, beta. In the organisms, okay, organ system level of organization, there are two types of circulatory systems we can observe in the animals. One is the open type, another one is what? Closed type. Open type means what? Blood travels in the body cavities. Okay, blood travels in what? Where, beta? Okay, blood travels in the cavities. Okay, sinuses. So that is why such type of circulatory system is called open type of circulatory system. If blood travels in the closed vessels, okay, if the blood travels in the closed vessels, then it is called what? Closed type of circulatory system. Where we can observe the open type of circulatory system? We can observe the open type of circulatory system in the arthropoda animals, like you can take insects, cockroach you can take. Okay, very good example. What it is? Cockroach. In the cockroach body, what kind of circulatory system we can observe? We can observe the open type of circulatory system. Then in which animal body we can observe the closed type of circulatory system? From the annelida to remaining up to chordata, some exceptions are there. So up to chordata we can observe the closed circulatory system. Okay, example what? Closed circulatory system. First closed circulatory system we can observe in the annelids. Example what? Example is the earthworm, beta. Okay, what is the example? Example is the earthworm. Okay, I hope you are getting. Yes or no? So next, come to the next slide. Let us try to understand the next level of organization, that is the symmetry. Right? The first one is what? First one is what, beta? First one is the levels of organization, means cellular level of organization and tissue level of organization, then organ level of organization and organ system level of organization we have studied. Now we are going to observe basis of the class. In the basis of the classification, second one is the symmetry. Okay, symmetry means what, beta? First of all, we have to understand the symmetry, right? So what it is? It is the arrangement of similar body parts on two sides of main axis of the body. Based on symmetry, animals are two types. Symmetry means, example, if one organism is there, this is one organism. If this organism is divided into two equal parts, okay, if we divide this into two equal parts, just a second. Okay, example, this is one organism, this is one organism. Okay, this organism is divided into two equal parts, like this is one part and this is another part, two equal parts. Okay, through one axis, right? Then it is called what? Symmetry. If any organism is divided into two equal alls through one or many planes, then it is called what? Symmetry. Based on the symmetry, based on the division, okay, we can classify the organisms into asymmetrical organisms and symmetrical organisms. Asymmetry means we cannot divide them into two similar parts, two equal parts we cannot divide. Example, most poriferans and snails. Most poriferans and snails body we cannot divide them into two equal alls. But when we come to the symmetrical, body can be divided into two similar parts. Okay, body can be divided into two similar parts. So we can observe in many animals. Symmetry, again this symmetry means the symmetrical, which animal is divided into two equal parts, is again two types beta. So how many types it is? Again two types. One is a radial symmetry and another one is a bilateral symmetry. What is radial symmetry? If any organism, look at this, here body can be divided into two equal alls by any plane along central axis of the body. Okay, example, this is one animal. Example, you can take here. Look at this radial symmetry. You can observe here. Here, this structure is divided into through many planes, through this plane, and through this plane also. It is divided into two equal alls. Such type of symmetry is called what? Radial symmetry. If an organism is divided into only two parts only through one plane, look at this organism. This organism is dividing into two equal parts only through one axis. Here one line is given in the middle, red color line. Yes or no? Through that plane only we can divide this organism. So this organism is dividing into two equal alls only through one plane. Observe here, red line is there in the middle, right? So here you can observe many planes are there. Through this plane, like 3-4 planes also we can divide one organism into many equal parts. If one organism is divided only through one plane, it is called bilateral symmetry. If an organism is divided into two equal alls through many planes, then that is the radial symmetry. I hope you are getting right. Radial symmetry examples: some poriferans, cnidarians, ctenophores and echinodermates. In the echinodermata, only adult organisms are divided into two equal alls. Adult organisms are divided into two equal alls by the radial symmetry process. Okay, but when we come to their larva, through the bilateral symmetry only we can divide, right? So here body can be divided into right and left alls in only one plane. Example, platyhelminthes to chordata. Up to chordata, we can divide the organisms into two. Right, in this slide we can observe the bilateral symmetry. Okay, this arch is divided into two equal alls from the anterior to posterior direction. If one plane runs through the anterior to posterior direction, then this plane anterior to posterior direction line divides this animal into two equal alls. Okay, right. Come to the next slide. Basis of classification, that is germinal layers. The third characteristic feature, that is the germinal layers. Based on the germinal layers also, we have divided the animals into two different types. One is a diploblastic and another one is a triploblastic. Okay, so let us try to understand what are diploblastic and what are triploblastic. Diploblastic means two germ layers. One is the outer ectoderm and another one is the inner endoderm is there in the animal's body. In between these two layers, one undifferentiated jelly-like layer also there, which is called mesoglia. In the diploblastic animal's body, beta, look at this diagram. Look at this first diagram. Okay, in the diploblastic, and this is a section of the diploblastic animal. Okay, so ectoderm is there. The outermost layer is the ectoderm and the innermost layer is the endoderm. Between these two layers, another non-living layer is there, which is called mesoglia. Okay, example for the diploblastic animals, cnidarians and ctenophores. Now come to the triploblastic animals. Triploblastic means, triplo means what? Three germ layers are there in their body. One is the ectoderm and another one is the middle mesoderm and another one is the inner endoderm. This is the endoderm. Okay, this is not ectoderm, this is the endoderm, right? So like this, three germ layers are there. Look at this diagram. Ectoderm is there. This is the ectoderm, and endoderm is there, right? And another middle layer also there between these two. That is a mesoderm, which is a living cells layer. Okay, living cells membrane. This is the, so right. In the diploblastic animals, only two layers are there, but the middle layer is undifferentiated and non-living cell, which is made up of non-living cells. But in the triploblastic animals, three living layers are there. Okay, one is the ectoderm, and another one is the middle mesoderm, and another inner one is the endoderm. Example for these triploblastic animals: Platyhelminthes to up to Chordata. Okay, Platyhelminthes phylum to up to Chordata. All these animals, they show what kind of germinal layers? Three germinal layers. That is a triploblastic germinal layers. Triploblastic animals they are, right? Okay, now come to the next slide. That is a coelom. Another characteristic feature, that is the coelom. Coelom means what? Coelom means body cavity. Coelom means what? Body cavity. Okay, in the between the gut and between the body wall, between the body wall and gut means, gut wall means what? Digestive system wall. Between the body wall and gut wall, digestive system wall, there is a space, there is a cavity. Okay, if that cavity is also lined by, that cavity is lined by mesoderm, then that cavity is called what? Body cavity or coelom. Okay, body cavity means what? Body cavity, generally a cavity or a space which is present between the body wall and gut wall. So, and this body wall and gut wall also lined by what? This means the cavity is lined by mesoderm membrane. Okay, now come to the next point. Coelom separate the muscles of gut and body wall. Based on the nature of coelom, animals are how many types? Three types. Based on the nature of coelom, also we have divided the animals into three types. One is the acoelomates, pseudocoelomates, and coelomates. So let us try to understand first of all what is acoelomate. The space between the body wall and the digestive cavity is filled with matrix. Means there is no space. There is no space between the ectoderm and endoderm. This is the sorry, between the body wall and digestive gut. This is the digestive gut. This is the digestive system, and this is the endoderm. 1 minute. This gray color one is the endoderm, okay, and the blue color one is the ectoderm, and red color one is the mesoderm. Yes or no? So the total between the body, between the gut and the body wall, there is no space here. Total red color one is filled. Total red color one, mesoderm is filled, right? So means the cavity is filled with what? Mesoderm layer. So that is why there is no body cavity in these animals. So acoelomate means what? There is no body cavity. There is no space between the body wall and the digestive system. Examples what? Poriferans and Porifera to Platyhelminthes. Porifera to Platyhelminthes, right? So in these phyla animals, there is no body cavity. Now come to the pseudocoelomate. Pseudo means what? False. Coelom means body cavity. False body cavity means this is not the true body cavity. So why it is not called a true body cavity? Why? Because between the body wall, this is the body wall, this is the body wall, and this is the digestive wall. Okay, between body wall and digestive wall, here mesoderm formed pouches like structures. Look at these structures, pouches, small bags like structures are formed. Yes or no? So mesoderm is scattered like pouches. Okay, scattered pouches. Mesoderm is like scattered pouches in the between the body wall and digestive gut. So that is why this coelom or body cavity is called pseudocoelom or false body cavity. In which animals we can observe the false body cavity? In the Aschelminthes body we can observe the false body cavity. Right, now come to the next another is a coelomates. Coelomates type of animals are there. True coelom means they have real body cavity. They have what? Real body cavity. Real body cavity means what? Body cavity is present between the body wall and digestive. Body wall and digestive. This is the body wall and this is the digestive system. Okay, here between these two, what it is? This is the space, right? This space is there between these two. Space is there. This space is nothing but what? This space is the coelom or true body cavity. So true body cavity is there. So this lined by, you can observe, you can see the red color. Okay, red color lining. So this red color lining is there around the around the gut wall and as well as body wall from inner side. So this is the mesoderm. This mesoderm covers the cavity. Okay, surrounds the cavity. So that is why this body cavity is what? True body cavity. Example from annelida to chordata we can observe. Okay, we can see in the annelids and chordates. Annelida to chordata, all these phylums we can observe, all these animals we can observe what? We can observe the coelomic body cavity, means that is why they are called coelomates. Next, come to the basis of classification, another characteristic feature, that is a metamerism. Okay, what it is? Metamerism. So here, metamerism means what? It is a phenomena in which the body of organs is externally or internally divided into repeated segments. Body is divided into segments. So these segments are called what? Metameres. Example, annelids, earthworm and arthropoda body, we can observe the segments. So come to the next slide. Basis of classification. Okay. In the basis of classification, another one characteristic feature, that is a notochord. This notochord means rod-like structure. It is a mesodermally derived supporting rod-like structure formed the dorsal side during embryonic development in some animals body. Okay, in some animals body, what we can observe in their embryonic stage, in their embryonic development stage only, we can observe in some animals rod-like structure. This rod-like structure is nothing but the notochord. Animals with notochord are called chordates. Without notochord are called non-chordates. Okay, you can see this notochord diagram here. Notochord is there in this diagram, right? Here also notochord is there in their embryonic stage. Okay, if notochord is there, they are called chordates. If notochord is not there, they are called non. Okay, now let us see kingdom Animalia at a glance. So total kingdom Animalia is classified, okay, classified into based on their levels of organization, based on their symmetry, based on their body cavity. Okay, we have classified them into different phyla, different groups. Okay, different groups we have classified them. So let us try to understand. So based on their level of organization, cellular level of organization and tissue level of organization, so we have classified the animals. Porifera group of animals have only cellular level of organization. Okay, in some animals body we can observe only cellular level organization. So that is why they are arranged as a group. They kept as a group. That is a porifera. So this is called phylum. Porifera is a phylum. Okay. So next, coelenterata, another phylum. Tissue level organization we can observe in the coelentrates and ctenophores. They show radial type of symmetry. What kind of symmetry? Radial type. And bilateral symmetry showing animals are there. Some animals they do not show any body cavity. Platyhelminthes phylum. Some animals they show false body cavity. Ask helminthes. Most some animals or most of the animals they show true body cavity. Annelida to chordata, all these animals they show the true body cavity, but they show what kind of symmetry? Bilateral symmetry. But in the echinodermata, look at this diagram, look at this line. Echinodermata exhibit radial or bilateral symmetry depending on the stage. Okay, when the echinodermates are in the adult stage, when they are in the adult stage, they show the radial symmetry. When they are in the larva stage, they show the bilateral symmetry. Okay, these are the fundamental features. Okay, based on these fundamental features, cellular level organization, tissue level of organization, symmetry, body cavity. Okay, so we have classified the animals into several groups. These groups are nothing but phyla. I hope you understand all this basis of classification. Yes or no? Thank you everyone.